We're live.
What up? Let's get weird. It's your boy Tommy G here with the Wednesday edition of the Stay Cashin show. We are ready to rock. We are ready to rumble. We got some NHL going on tonight. We got some golf going on this week. Do we have Price Wallace this week?
We do have Price Wallace this week.
We do have Price Wallace coming on today. We got some baseball going on, a lot going on, a lot of money to be made. First, let me introduce the best producer in the world, Ev Hand. What up, baby?
How's it going? I'm doing pretty good. But I was looking at analytics. We got really into YouTube yesterday, and 35% of people who watch this show are not subscribed. And also, Tommy, a lot of you come from Tommy's Twitter, who has 15,000 followers. We only have 3,200 subs, so something's not adding up here.
Well, I think part of the subscriber ratio would be that probably only about 1,000 of my followers actually see anything I post due to the shadow banning.
That's
so
fair.
That may be part of it. But the 35% subscription rate, definitely not good. No excuses for that.
Get it up,
Absolutely.
guys.
Absolutely none. They're just lazy people. Lazy people. Right now, 43 likes. We're gonna have to yell at them again in about 10 minutes, but we'll see. We'll see if they can do it on their own. Bill Rupp, did you like the show today?
I did.
You did. Good. That's good. Yours doesn't just stay liked?
No, you gotta hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I like yours when I post it, Tommy. That's why.
Oh, is that what you do? I was like, mine's always on. I'm like, does this happen for everyone? I always go to hit it and it's on.
No, yeah, I liked it. I was number 43.
Oh, congratulations, Bill. Is that a lucky number?
No.
Uh-huh.
Number I was today.
Maybe today it is. Maybe there'll be 43 wins.
There's nothing lucky about 43.
43 units you're about to win today, maybe. So,
Nope.
No, not 43 units?
Mm.
No. All right. So what do we got going on in the headlines here, E?
So we first have the guy, fake Klay Thompson, who spent $10,000 on tickets, went in, got through security somehow at the Golden State facility, got up some shots. They finally realized that it wasn't Klay Thompson. Now he's banned for life, but he's got instant fame.
Hold on. How did I not even see this?
There's a guy who looks like literally the Walmart brand of Klay Thompson. And there's a video. He literally just straight up walks. I'll show it to you guys. He straight up walks through security like nothing ever happened. And then he gets caught. He's draining threes, airballed a layup.
That's amazing. That's so worth being banned forever.
Oh, yeah. Instant fame. That's what I said. He spent $10,000 for that. It's worth it.
Do we have a picture of him?
Yeah, his Twitter handle is PickDawgz TV. Big DAWS TV.
There's a whole video.
He's got to have a video.
He's just draining threes.
And he's hitting threes?
Yeah, I'm playing it on the screen right now.
Well, we're on a delay, so we'll see it in a second.
Yeah, and then
so he just walks in through security and just just let him on the fucking court.
Then they
Bro,
finally,
this is amazing.
Yeah, they finally got to this guy and they're like, hold up, wait a minute. And as he's walking out, getting kicked out because they realize he's not Klay Thompson, someone comes up to him and grabs a picture with him like he's still Klay. He's literally the Walmart brand of Klay Thompson.
He was hitting his threes. That's probably why they thought it was him.
How do you shoot 3 threes and then you airball a layup?
Dude, he doesn't even look that much like Klay Thompson.
He's just got a goatee and he's tall.
Yeah, that dude. It just shows. You're letting people.
He does at a glimpse, if you just.
Yeah, from far away or something. But first of all, he's bigger than him. Klay's fucking skinny. Remember walking in the other day, Bill? I was like, wow, did Klay get skinnier?
And then they just let him walk out.
Yeah, obviously he got a letter.
Video, I see him just walk out.
It doesn't really look like him.
No, for a second, you'd think it is. First of all, who's wearing a sweatshirt when it's 98 degrees outside? What is this, goat?
This just shows you how pathetic the fucking security is at everything right now. Literally everything. Just everything. Security does not exist at all. You got people crazy gluing their fucking hands to the fucking floor, chaining themselves to fucking... These people that run onto the fucking court, forget about this, dude. These people that run on the court could literally stab someone.
What are you talking about, bro? I worked at the Meadowlands. I did security there, bro. It's people who are retired, who are 70 years old,
right,
or people who are 18, 19, like I was, and were just there just to watch the games.
Right.
There's nobody, like, you don't need a college degree. You don't need to be trained at anything.
I mean, to let a guy who looks like a little bit, and that's like generous, a little bit like Klay Thompson.
What if the guy at the door isn't even a fan of basketball? Like, that's possible. Everyone I worked with, there was people there that had no idea what sports they were even playing.
I mean, did he even have the pendant or anything you need to go in? Like, he couldn't have.
No,
like if somebody walked up, like if the person walked up, to anyone, like my fucking sister was guarding that thing. Yeah. Hey, I'm Klay Thompson. I said, well, okay.
I mean, that's just weird. I mean, why did he even need to buy the tickets? What are you buying tickets for? Aren't you going through the fucking players' entrance?
He went through the players' thing.
I'm assuming he knew he was going to get caught.
I mean,
I don't understand why he spent $10,000. What did he spend $10,000 on?
On the tickets.
Yeah, but didn't he walk in the players' entrance?
That's what I'm saying. Like, the players don't buy tickets.
Yeah, but I'm assuming that he expected to like get kicked out and then them to just like let him back in so then he could go to the game. Clearly, that was not the case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he just walked out. So how did anyone even know? Like, he didn't get arrested? Did he?
I mean, he's famous. He's like big on YouTube. He was big before this.
All right. Well, we're deep in the simulation right now. We are deep. I mean, don't you get arrested for that?
Yeah. So he just walked right out. I mean, they probably came and got him later.
And how does he not grow his hair out if his big brand is to be Klay Thompson? Like, how do you not grow your hair out?
Well, that's why he covered it with a hoodie.
Right, but you got to grow your hair out. I mean, this is Evan's saying this has been his thing for a while. So this isn't new. So you figure he'd have the whole fucking look down. But anyway, okay, that was interesting. What else we got?
We have big news in the golf world as like the Live Tour, the Live Open, whatever it is. That's a huge controversy. Obviously, this is going to segue into price, but I guess the Saudis are trying to clean their name and get all this marketing from U.S. people and get this tournament or this league going that kind of competes with the PGA, and they're paying, like Phil Mickelson got paid, I think, $250 million to golf with this league.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people are pissed about it because they're trying to take all the PGA players, and there's going to be punishments and repercussions and all that stuff.
I mean, I love it. I mean, I wish it wasn't Saudi Arabia, but I mean, they already own Twitter and every fucking other thing in this country, so you might as well. Who gives a shit? But I love competitions with these leagues because these leagues are just straight up monopolies. We were talking about the fucking fixing of games shit bill that goes on. This is all because they have full control. This is all because they're full monopolies. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They could script the games. They could fucking pay the players what they want. They could fucking put teams on strike. They could put in ridiculous COVID protocols that don't make sense to anyone. They just have full power to fucking swing their sword however they like. So good. I love when these secondary leagues, I mean, even if they fail, like the USFL and XFL, like, good. Bring more leagues up and support those fucking leagues. Yeah. Fuck these fucking Nazis running all this shit. The problem
is the talent is already watered down in these sports. Like the NBA, you don't like. Have you ever watched a G League game?
Terrible.
I mean, because it's your expectations are so high. Like college basketball, we already know. The guys who are younger, some of them are going to the NBA. But like, we've seen it in football. These leagues suck.
Yeah.
No one even goes to these USFL games. I'm surprised the season's still going on, and looks like they're almost at the playoffs or something. I don't even know. But this is a big stinker.
Yeah. The difference between the two leagues, though, is that the Saudis have unlimited oil money. Yeah. So they can just pay Phil Mickelson if they want to poach players and pay them more from the PGA Tour. They can do that, whereas the USFL.
Better.
What's up?
Get someone better than Phil Mickelson.
No. There's no one better to build a brand around. Forget winning tournaments, dude. There's no better name. There's no better ambassador. There's no one who's going to do more interviews, who's going to speak openly and go against the fucking system, who's a fucking gambler, who's more likable. No, he's the perfect guy.
Yeah.
What are you going to get? What are you going to go get? Scotty Scheffler? Like, what is he going to do to push your brand? You need a brand ambassador more than you need a great golfer.
I like Scotty Scheffler.
Right, but when's the last time you heard him speak? Exactly. Phil Mickelson will be everywhere. He'll be on fucking Barstool. He'll be on McAfee's show. He'll be fucking on every radio station, every television channel, and he'll be fucking shit. But that's what they're doing. They're paying him a fucking Shit ton. They probably just bought out his gambling debt.
Yeah, Riggs from Barstool was talking about it yesterday, and he was saying how Mickelson kind of seemed like a little, I don't know what, like, not as outward or as outgoing because, like, he's getting paid so much, and there's definitely guidelines and restrictions that the Saudis, like, tell him what to say and what not to say because they're trying to build the brand back.
They just bought him, like he's basically an athlete slave.
Yeah, he just paid off his gambling debt with that one.
Yeah, exactly. They probably just saved his life and saved his future. So you better believe he's gonna fucking bow and cuck up to fucking whatever the prince of Saudi Arabia says. But before we get to price, let me just go in here right now and let you guys know what we're doing. We're doing a $1,000 bankroll challenge on 4D. So I am doing a $1,000 bankroll challenge. I'm putting up $1,000 my own money if I bust. But what it basically will entail, we started it yesterday, and it's 30 days. There's a strict set of rules that I have to follow, so I can't bet like 50 units on a game or anything. It's max 3-unit bet, max 10 units in play at a time. And the goal is to take a fictitious $1,000 bankroll and double it in 30 days. So yesterday was the first day. I think we won $82 in the bankroll. So we're up about 8% in one day. And if I make money over the 30 days, but don't double the bankroll, so we finish positive where you guys following it will have made money, but not double the bankroll, I'm going to raffle off $250 cash. If I lose money at all, so if I'm down units over the next 30 days, raffling off $500 cash. And if I blow the fucking bankroll up, then I'm going to raffle off $1,000 cash. So it's the double or nothing $1,000 bankroll challenge. You could use code VIP20. Right now, our monthly subscription is under $100. You could use VIP20. You can get the monthly subscription, 30-day pass, 30-day challenge for under $80 now. So use VIP20 at checkout. And then right when you sign up, go right into the Discord or go right to the bets page, and you'll just click and enter the contest. It's totally free once you're a subscriber, and there's nothing to lose. You can win $1,000 if I suck, and if I'm great, then you're going to win a lot of money gambling. So you literally can't lose. What do you think of that, Bill Rupp?
I like it. I was just reading the letter that he got, the fake Klay. He did enter through.
You know he stays on topic, Price. I know you're laughing because it just
did enter through the employee. I mean, I've heard your.
Well, no one cares what you've heard. We're speaking to people on the show. They haven't heard it.
That's your thing, not mine. Leave me out of it.
I didn't ask you about Phil Mickelson.
I'm not in some stupid challenge.
Thank God.
Well,
what did you want to tell us about Phil Mickelson?
Hey guys, I'm going to invent my own challenge. What
did you want to do, man? What do you want to tell us about? What do you want to tell us? Is you just step on the promo?
We're going to do a Rupp 45 challenge where I'm going to sit here and drink my Snapple all day, and then we're going to do something else. Tommy, what do you think about that?
That sounds great. What did you want to tell us about this
letter?
What do
you think about it, Tommy?
I think it's awesome. What do you want to tell us about this letter, Bill?
No, now I don't want to tell you.
Thank God. Price Wallace, ladies and gentlemen. What up,
everybody missed out on my letter speech, guys.
Fuck his letter speech. Price, what do you think about the challenge?
I think it's good. It shows everybody how to not have a whole bunch in play and grind out and build, from a small bankroll, build it up.
It's not my normal process.
It is not your normal process. It's very weird.
My normal process is to just fucking slang it. So this is going to be the to grind it out. See if we can grind this out and double a bankroll in 30 days. Going to need your help, Price. Listen, in this bankroll challenge, I'm allowed to steal plays from whoever I want. So I'm allowed to take some of your plays and put them in here too for the bankroll challenge. So first, before we do that, Bill was just enamored with what was going on with LIV and the LIV golf tournament in Saudi Arabia. What is your take on all this? Do you think this is going to just be a double negative for both parties, or do you think something's going to come of this?
So the really big thing right now is the DP Euro Tour is in talks. Basically, there's a line drawn in the sand. They have to choose. They're going to ally with the PGA Tour or with the LIV Tour. So the CEO who runs the Euro Tour is having to decide. It's going to have to be soon. Whereas the PGA Tour, I think 6 months ago, or a year ago, tried to say, hey, we're going to send more players over your way. They're going to play more. We're going to align with you guys, but they're separate entities. Mm-hmm. And so that's where a lot of the LIV players came from, was the middle, not the middle pack, but in between the upper echelon and middle of the Euro players all went over to LIV.
Okay.
So if the DP Tour sides with LIV, the PGA's fucked, because they're going to pick off everyone from Europe, all the young college players who are broke, who need to provide for their families. Even now, if you go make a cut of the PGA Tour, make 30 grand, what does that really help? After taxes, paying out your caddy, paying expenses, you make 10 grand.
Right.
So you go to live, you make $120,000. The caddy, everything's paid for them. The money behind it is insane. I heard Rahm insinuate he got offered $400 million and turned it down.
What happened?
Rahm inferred he was offered $400 million and said no.
And turned it down?
Turned it down.
Wow.
That's fucking insane to me.
What is his career earnings?
I think in the 70s. Not even that, because that's where DJ's
and
at.
How
so
are
Rahm,
they? How long are they? Here we go. Rahm became the 44th golfer to eclipse 30 million mark in January of this year. So yeah, he's at like fucking 30 million. So Mickelson has 90. So Tiger leads career earnings with 120 million. Mickelson's right around 100 million. Dustin Johnson's at 75 million. Isn't Dustin Johnson in it too?
Yep, they gave him 125 million.
You're talking about the two of the three biggest earners in the history of golf who are now taking $200 million offers. I don't see how Rahm doesn't cash a $400 million bag.
It's insane to me.
Are these guys going to have infinite money to give out?
Yes. I read an article where the prince who runs the country rounded up like 100 people who he accused of corruption and held them hostage in a hotel and recovered $100 billion.
Holy shit.
It took a month, but he wouldn't let them leave the hotel, and he got $100 billion from them. So they are insanely rich. Can do whatever the fuck they want.
Are they going to shut the PGA down?
No, the PGA is going to have to start paying out more, though.
How? They can't keep up with Saudi Arabia.
No, you can't. But you have people like Justin Thomas and Rory McIlroy and Rahm, who are very big on the nostalgic history of the tour, who are coming out. So what they're going to have to do is rely on the companies to sponsor them off the course and just pay them shitloads of money to not jump ship.
But isn't that going to bankrupt the PGA?
It shouldn't, because most of the money should come from the Fortune 500 companies who want their brands out there. You see all the little stupid fucking logos all over their shirts and hats.
Yeah.
That's where they're going to have to make it the money. The PGA Tour, they can't really do that because they're listed as a nonprofit, so they can't really churn out that kind of money. But they're going to have to start. The biggest thing is pay a little bit more in prize money, but the caddy part of it, and the PGA Tour caddies have to pay for their airfare, pay for all their shit, pay for food. You go over to live, everything's comped.
And live is going to strictly take place in Saudi Arabia?
No. I think it's 14 of the 18 events are in the United States.
So I didn't even know that part. Did you know that, Bill, that they're running the events a year too?
They're in Portland in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, what a bunch of gangsters, dude. Just walking in like, hey, we're going to take your sport and we're going to run it on your turf.
And they're going to run a tournament. So they pulled the PGA Championship from Trump's course because they didn't want to align with Donald Trump. And that's where one of the live tournaments is going to be.
Wow. So the live tournament's doing it on Trump's course?
Yeah, on 2 of them.
Oh,
they won't recoup the money ever. But the people who are grandstanding, complaining about the politics of it, if you want to be technically they're a fucking ally of ours. Every company takes money from them. The PGA Tour has people connected who do a ton of business with them. So it's just grandstanding trying to get fucking Twitter likes.
Right.
But if you offer me 9 figures, I don't know how you turn that money down.
I'm out. Yeah. Fucking God. The Prince of fucking Saudi Arabia owns he's one of the largest stakeholders in Twitter, which they do all their fucking marketing and promoting on. They fucking own everything. So yeah, if people ever dug down the rabbit hole to find out how much Saudi Arabia actually already owns of us, they'd realize that this is just a little outward facing.
But I think it's good because the PGA Tour they're shitting themselves right now. The commissioner went on and it took him like a week to actually make a statement. So, he's just wheeling and dealing, trying to get people to align with him. He didn't come out as very confident. So it's going to shake things up and hopefully it makes their product better.
Right.
We all see the golf coverage is shit.
That's what I was going to say. Is
4 shots
going to be better? Are they going to do better coverage? Do you know? Have you seen it?
Live, no advertisements, no commercials, just all golf.
This company's they're just coming in and like, fuck you, compete with this.
Yeah. I love it.
It's going to be good.
Wow. I love it too. They'll probably do fucking fan giveaways and shit like that just for watching and fucking tweeting and shit. They're smart. That's the thing.
Astros just scored 6 runs in the first inning.
I mean, that was literally one of the plays I was looking at and didn't play.
Crazy.
Fuck. Jesus. That was a good matchup for them from a pitching perspective. All right, so what do we got going on this week? And when does this start, Price?
Starts Thursday morning.
No, they live.
Oh, Liv already started.
So how does I haven't followed this at all outside of here the Mickelson shit. So
yeah, first event was last week. So they only play Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
They do a shotgun start, so everybody starts at the same time. Play 3 rounds, no cut. Everybody's guaranteed at least $120,000. The winner got $4 million.
And how many people were in it?
I think it was like 44 people.
All right, and
48 people.
Were we able to bet on it?
Yes.
All right.
So that's what I tied DJ into a couple of the bets last week, thinking he'd come out a little bit stronger.
I don't think every book had it because I didn't see.
No, I think offshores had it, but the main books did.
No, like FanDuel, DraftKings. I was looking for it. They didn't have it.
I don't know if DraftKings will carry it because they're partnered with the PGA
I don't think
Tour.
any of them will. I think that's going to be the only angle that PGA has is to go to the legal books who are already partnered with them on some level and say, listen, you provide this, you're out.
And FanDuel should partner with them. FanDuel has shit PGA contests as far as DFS goes. They don't really. I feel like their daily fantasy is pretty shitty besides baseball. This is an opportunity for them to go attach to a new league with a bunch of money and do something different to try and.
I don't know. I think they're going to have to. I think anyone who goes to partner with them is going to have to deal with the stigma of being like anti-American and going against the American PGA bullshit. So
yeah,
curious to see how that goes. All right. So what do we got this week, Price?
We have the U.S. Open this week. It's being played at the Country Club at Brookline up in Massachusetts. A very difficult course. They haven't played here, I think, since '88 was the last time it was used as a U.S. Open. There was an amateur U.S. Open about 9 years ago, and you have a bunch of guys. Scotty Scheffler was in it, Xander Schauffele, Corey Connors, Matt Fitzpatrick. So you have some guys with course history, but it's another – I've seen videos of people just dropping a ball and then completely disappearing in the rough. So the rough's like 4 or 5 inches high. There's fescue everywhere if you miss the rough. It's a par 70, so only 2 par 5s to make up scoring. But it should be very difficult. I would imagine it'll be another year where we see the winner at like 3 under par. So it's going to be a lot harder than the terms we're used to seeing.
All right. So what are we looking? What type of guys we're eyeing up here?
So I'm on Justin Thomas is my favorite up top. He's been elite, tee to green. And, I mean, you could see last week with him and Rory, they really fucking wanted to come out and show and win for, because they're the 2 main people back in the PGA Tour.
Right.
And he just came out. He looked phenomenal last week. And I feel like at 12-1, it's not the best odds, but, I mean, he rates number 1 for me overall in stats for the week. So I'll take him at 12-1 over anybody else. My
conspiracy brain would tell me that, Rory all of a sudden, knocks down a W. Justin Thomas is looking great. My conspiracy brain would tell me that if there's a way, the PGA would really love for Justin Thomas and Rory to continue to win going forward. Is there a way that they could fix anything, whether it's hole placement or anything they could do to fix it so that it is advantageous to those two?
The only thing they could really do is fix the starting draw for them on Thursday, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, you can't really do much. I guess unless they give them a green book illegally, since they banned those. Mm-hmm. Let them have them the night before. But I posted in the Discord a way to parlay Thomas in order to get, it's like 168-1 with him in a future bet.
Okay. All right. And who else we like? So if it's not Thomas.
So I have a couple long shots that they're just really good value. My next favorite was Spieth, but Spieth left the range today, said he was sick, didn't know he's going to play. So, it kind of screws me on there. And then Berger at 66-1, I think is really good odds.
Okay. And what about first rounders? You got any first rounders you're looking at?
Max Homa is one of my favorites at 43-1. He's been playing really good this year. And then my long shot is Thorborn Olesen at 160-1.
Thorborn Olesen. These are some interesting names you throw at us in here.
So he was on my line the first time I won 40 grand on DraftKings, and then gets trashed on a plane and like pees on a passenger and starts talking shit to flight attendants. And he got banned for like 2 years.
Hello, Thorborn.
Thorborn Ollison.
One.
Sounds like something from like fucking Harry Potter.
He's really good. He won on the Euro Tour about a month ago. He has pretty good form coming in, and he's just super long odds. And I mean, someone like that who's probably a top 60 player in the world at 160 to 1, there's some value on that.
Especially with the name Thorborn. How do you not take a flyer on him? All right, what about these top 20s, top 10s that you always like to throw at us here?
And so I know I missed the show last week, but both top 20 bets hit last week for us. So
Nice.
I like Mito Pereira.
Stop coming on. How about that?
Yeah, I'll let my wife know she need to go on vacation every week.
Yeah.
I'll be on the Healy plan.
Yeah.
So I like Mito Pereira. He's a 280 or plus 280 to top 20. He's been really consistent this year. We saw him kind of choke at the PGA Championship, but he bounced right back. And he has back-to-back top 20s after that debacle. And then Corey Connors at plus 220 is also a really good bet. He plays pretty much every major well, usually top 20s. And you're just getting pretty good odds for two guys who should top 20 in this. And then Burns is my favorite top 10.
I was going to say, you got to have Burns on here somewhere.
Yes.
All right. There we go.
So it's really weird. I looked at Burns on the books, the offshores. He has shit odds to win, but on DraftKings, he's like mid-priced. So either the books are onto something or DraftKings fucked up pricing. It's one of the two.
Okay. And what's his top? Let me see. What do you have? Top 10 plus 280. Where's that? That's DraftKings.
No, that is on MyBookie.
Okay. And where were you saying DraftKings fucked up on him? How? So
for his just for his DFS pricing, he's ranked like
his DFS pricing.
He has the 6 shortest odds on MyBookie to win, and he's like the 29th.
Gotcha. Okay, you're talking DFS. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, all right, then why don't we bet him there? All right, cool. That makes sense. And any head-to-heads this week?
Yes, Davis Riley over Taylor Gooch for the full tournament is plus.
The Gooch. We're going against the Gooch.
So he's been trash every time we've picked him or played him in any format, and Riley has been on fire. So I'm going to take the young buck over the guy who just got paid his $50 million and probably doesn't give a shit anymore.
Okay, so we're going with Thorborn and against the Gooch. Is that his name, Bill? Thorborn?
Come here, Thorborn.
All right, with Thorborn against the Gooch. So new favorite name. Every week we get a new name that comes out here that becomes one of my favorites. So we'll keep our eye on Thorborn. What's it? Thorborn Ollison?
Yes.
How did I get that right? That's impossible that I just pulled that out. Bill would have had Bill, you wouldn't even been close, right?
No idea.
Nah, you would have said Matt Olson before you said Thorborn Ollison.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Anything else we should keep an eye on here?
Olsen twins or something.
Yeah, Olsen twins. Yeah. Anything else we should keep an eye on for DFS here, Price? Anything that you're kind of fading? I know you just mentioned Burns. Any value or fades from a DFS perspective?
So there's a couple guys. I'm not really for DFS purposes, fade Cam Smith. He's a guy who makes a living off scrambling around the golf course, but when the rough's this bad, it's pretty tough to do.
Okay.
I'm really hoping we see one of the live guys win. I have a couple of them posted, or at least one of them posted for the subscribers. I think that would just bring the fucking roof down on everything.
So now which guys in here live? So there's guys in here that are live guys who are still able to play. I thought if you were signed with live, you weren't able to play.
So they signed with them. The majors are run by a different entity than the PGA Tour.
Okay.
So
you can play in the
association. They said they're not going to keep people who have qualified from playing this year. So they were very vague on if it'll happen in the future. But this year, anyone who's qualified still gets to play.
So what about Johnson and Mickelson?
Johnson, Mickelson are there. Gooch
They're all
there.
in? Johnson and Mickelson are playing?
Yep. All of them.
Especially this one. It's open, U.S. Open. So it's open to,
So they can play this year.
Qualifies.
I would imagine the British Open that's coming up, they'll be able to play in that because it's run by the same company. And then Augusta's going to set the precedent next year.
Yeah, I will bet my entire life savings that next year anyone who is playing in live will not be allowed to play in any tournament associated with the PGA whatsoever.
But then you open yourself up, I believe, to litigation from Dustin Johnson, Mickelson, Patrick Reed, who have won and are exempt. They have lifetime exemptions to play the Masters.
The lifetime, yeah, that's true. Actually, the lifetime exemption would have a case.
Can't stop them from the Open.
Yeah, lifetime exemption especially. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to love to watch it all fucking implode.
It's going to be fun.
I love chaos. All right, Price Wallace. We'll see you in the chat, my friend.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right, guys. Get over to 4deepbets.com. Number 4deepbets.com. Sign up for a month. VIP 20% off the retail price that you're seeing, and actually 20% off the discounted price that you're seeing on there already.
Oh!
And you will get Price Wallace all through the weekend along with the challenge. And we have just brought on a sneaky little ghost who I didn't know if he was going to be joining us.
Off and he popped on.
What's up?
my friends?
I was looking at my thing and I saw Ghost's face pop up.
Yeah, little ghosty buns just popped in. Ghost, I have some hockey bets that I really like.
I'm
for this
sure you
series.
do.
I'm do.
Sure Bill has plenty too.
Oh, Bill, no, Bill hasn't fucking, Bill just, wait until later, hear what we're doing, and then just do the opposite. No, so Bill doesn't know his bets until he hears yours so that he can fade them. So
I can't wait.
I like Colorado. I mean, that's
I
why
know you've liked them from the beginning.
I like
wait for you to do
Tampa.
that.
So we're torn here, Ghost. I love Tampa in this series. I think this is lining up perfect for Tampa. Bill likes Colorado. Ghost, you are the authority. Start at the high level, and then I'm going to introduce you to some interesting bets that I found.
So would you like to hear how my play for the day will incorporate both of your sides?
I mean, you're going to have Colorado and Tampa to win?
So this is the first Stanley Cup in the past 3 years that I'm actually excited for. 2 years ago, we had Tampa Bay against Dallas. We had Dallas Cup future. We were able to take everything we were about to win on Dallas, and we put it on Tampa, and we won there. Last year was against Montreal. Wasn't as exciting. This is the first Stanley Cup in the past 3 years that it's going to be an exciting matchup that we're really going to be looking forward to. And there's a lot of opportunity to make money in this matchup. That being said, with Bill liking one side, you liking the other, it almost sounds like you guys think this series could go 6 or 7 games. So, as I've been doing all series, my favorite bet of this series is going to be over 5.5 games, minus 150. I think it's one of the best plays out there to grab on pre-series. And with how great I expect this series to go, I don't need to take a side before the series starts. We're going to play this series game by game, one after the other, and we're going to hit the 5.5 series bet before the series starts, and that will be our cash line for it.
Well, your bet will feed into all my bets, basically, that I like for this, because one of the bets that I have on this is I like the Tampa Bay Lightning plus 1.5 games, minus the same odds, 150. So obviously 7-game series would greatly enhance that, or a long series helps get there. And then there's a couple props I'm looking at here too, but give us a rundown as to how you think this plays out, who ends up winning out, and what kind of flow we see here. Because from my perspective, I kind of see Tampa Bay having an easier time offensively than they did against the Rangers. And if Vasilevsky stands on his head, I don't know if anyone's scoring 4 or 5 goals on him.
This is the key here. There's going to be such a significant difference in goaltending in this series as it was last series. We still don't know who's starting in net for Colorado. There's still debate that Kemper might not start. If Francouz starts, Francouz is a second-rate goalie. He's not a starter. He'll never play as one, and that's going to be a significant edge for Tampa Bay here. The one thing I could say is it's been tough rooting for this Tampa Bay team because for the past 3 years they've played a New York team in the Eastern Conference Finals. 2 years being the Islanders, who are my diehard team, and this year the Rangers, who we had a ton of money invested in. We didn't lose this type of money, but I had $30,000 about invested in if the Rangers could have made it to the Cup. So it was a tough loss, but I've said to you guys, I've tweeted this out, this Tampa team is the best team that we have seen in a long time. This is a dynasty era type team. And a key thing for them is they're getting Braden Point back for game 1.
That's huge.
I love Braden Point. He's my favorite player. He destroyed the Islanders. He scored 6 out of the 7 games last series they played. He's one of the most underrated top players in the league. And that's a huge piece for them to get back. If he played last series, I don't think there's any way I would have considered the Rangers winning that series.
Mm-hmm. So you think the value's on the Lightning here?
I think there is plenty of value on Tampa Bay. I'm rooting for this team to win their 3rd cup in a row. I hope it shuts out and shuts up every fan who has ever tried to say that the past 2 years weren't legitimate cups for them. Since they've lost to that Columbus team that we had at Columbus that series, this team has been unbelievable, and I hope they ride it off into the sunset with it.
Yeah,
I'm rooting for.
So I'm looking at this here. So hold on. Do we getting feedback there? Ghost, say something again.
I'm lagging a little from you.
Yeah, you were lagging a little. You want to come out and come back in?
Um,
And we're hearing ourselves in the background.
yeah, one sec.
Yeah, just pop out and pop back in. So mute him for a second, Evan, just so we don't hear the feedback. Thanks. All right. So, Bill, one of the things that I'm looking at here in this series, you like Colorado. Explain to me why.
I like them since the start of the playoffs. I had Colorado Rangers in my final. Colorado's a great team. Their offense is ridiculous, crazy, great offense. Yeah, I think they can score enough goals to beat Tampa. I like them the whole playoffs. I like round one. I thought they were going to sweep. I think they're the best team in hockey.
I do agree with that. I mean, they are the best team in my opinion, as far as sex appeal. They're also really didn't get challenged as much playing the opponents that they played throughout the West. I just think if Vasilevsky stands on his head, you're not going to have an easy time scoring. I don't care how fast you are. I don't care how fast McKinnon is. I don't care how versatile this offense is. When that dude stands on his head, it's going to make it very difficult, or at least more difficult than it's been in their series before. So I like the plus 1.5 games. I think one of the big advantages that Tampa's going to have, and when Ghost comes back on, we'll hear his take on it, is that, again, Bill, Colorado is working on like 9 days off tonight, right? They haven't played in like a fucking week and a half because they ran through their last series in 4 games. So I think you're going to see a little rust on Colorado tonight. I think Tampa comes out and steals this one tonight with the momentum, as we've seen a lot. We saw it with the Celtics versus the Warriors when they had that little break. We saw it with Colorado their last series. Tend to see this. These teams that have been playing, it may affect them more come game 4, 5, 6, and 7 down the back end. But I think first game, there's going to be some rust on the Colorado side. I think Tampa steals this one tonight. And I like Tampa plus 150 tonight on that line. Evan, you're a hockey guy. What do you think?
I like the Avs, honestly. They just have such a high-powered offense that, I mean, again, like you can't really – you need a magic ball to understand or to know who's going to win this series. But Vasilevsky is insane. Probably the best goalie in hockey at this point, the last 3 years, obviously. But Colorado, high-scoring team. I don't really know, but if I had to take a side, it would be the Avalanche. And I was just thinking about this. I believe back when the season started, I said the Avs were going to go to the finals.
We'll have to go check that tape.
I'm going to check it right after the show.
I was going to say, I know you're going to go check that immediately. I do believe I could see it. I see these games being high scoring. I think they are going to get to Vasilevsky. You're not going to see him, pull the old fucking, giving up 1 goal against Colorado Avalanche. But I think we're going to see these overs grow, Ghost, now that you're back. I think getting 5.5, not that juiced. I think these are going to be opportunities here for us where we're going to be cash the Hoskins Bryce Harper parlay. So we'll take that with a nice little double. Let's go, Hoskins.
I tell you, I'm still fucking retrograding. I missed the first part of what you said about the 5.5.
No, I was just going to say, everyone's talking about how Colorado's going to score, Colorado's going to score, right? And my opinion is Tampa's going to score. Tampa's going to score on this fucking team, dude. Igor is a star. Whether you want to say he's the second best, third best goalie, whatever it is, Vasilevsky is obviously number 1. He just proved that. Ghost, you said it during the regular season, but Igor's not far off. And he stood on his head a lot during that series. Had some bad kind of goals where he was kind of screened that maybe he should have got a glove on. But the bottom line is they should be throwing up 3-4 goals a game, Tampa, in this series.
It's unfortunate how well Igor played in Game 6, but still gave up those 2 goals, which were very soft for him to give up. He was stealing that game, and they got to him. The Tampa Bay hit so many posts. You're going to see a level of this Tampa team that we didn't see last round. The game's going to be a lot faster. The ice is going to be a lot more open. There's going to be a lot more scoring in this series, and it's going to come from Tampa's side as well.
Yeah, I think so. Here's what I like. Go on, Bill.
You said Game 1, they swept a series. They've won every first game in the playoffs so far this year.
That's 3, Bill.
Yeah, but the Avalanche have not had any type of level.
They swept the series, though, so they had a lot of time to sit back.
Dude, look what they've been playing, Bill.
They scored 18 goals.
Bill, they played Edmonton and the Predators and the Blues.
They scored 18 goals in 3 game ones.
You're talking about
What I'm saying is the Avalanche are not going to be able to do this round to Tampa what they did the first 3 rounds to St. Louis, to the Predators, and to the Oilers.
I mean, that's
I don't
fair.
think the Oilers are not a Western Conference final team. They should have never been there.
No,
was
it's
a
crazy.
ball.
You can't compare Tampa Bay, fucking 2-time champion, who just wiped out, studs. But here's 2 bets that I like. Actually, finish what you're gonna say, and then I'll throw the bets.
Colorado's going to score, but they're not going to put up 5-6 goals a game. They'll put up 2, 3, maybe 4 goals in the games that they win. They're not. It's going to be a very difficult time for them to keep the puck out of the net. So
I agree, and I think Tampa's going to score. I think these games, you're going to see these games start off as 6 totals, and they're going to be 6.5, 7, 2-3 games in. Watch. Here's 2 bets I love. Okay, one of them I like. The second one I love. So I told you I like the Tampa Bay Lightning plus 1.5. Stamkos and Kucherov to each score 2+ goals in the series goes to -110. If we think this is going to go 6, I mean, what do we really need to get them fucking in the net twice each?
for Tampa Bay not to sweep.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, even if that happens, right? Let's say Tampa Bay wins it 4-0, 4-1. That means Kucherov and Stamkos have empty net opportunities and they're scoring.
Braden Point coming back into the lineup is going to boost that top line even more because it's going to give the Lightning the added depth in scoring that they didn't have last round against the Rangers. Braden Point is a huge piece. He makes Alex Killorn better. He makes Andre Palat better. He makes the rest of those second, third, and fourth lines better for Tampa to allow Tampa's first line to do what they do.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually be laddering this. 3 goals each is like plus 350. 4 goals each is like plus 1,400. So I think 2 goals each at even money. I think you have a shot at getting that in a couple games, right? Like that can happen. So the bet I actually like more than that, Ghost, especially with you saying you like the over. So you'd like this to get 6 games. Tampa Bay Lightning over 14.5 goals, -115. So basically, if this goes 6 games like you're expecting, you're talking 2.5 goals a game.
Yeah. The only worry there, again, is if Tampa locks it down in 4 to 5 games. The only worry I have about that on the total goals is Tampa doesn't need to score a lot to win. And
right. They can win the game 2-1, 3-2.
Right. And especially when Vasilevsky is in the corner, like the Rangers put him in game 2. And every elimination game, he shut the Islanders out. He shut Montreal out, I believe, if I remember correctly. When he's cornered, he fucking comes at your throat, and he'll shut it down for you. So that's the only concern I have there, but it's not enough of a concern to say that's a bad play.
All right, cool. Yeah, I figure if we get 6 games, this should go no matter what, right? Because you're going to score 4 or 5 in one of these games.
Right.
You just don't know which one it is. All right. Anything else that you want to touch on here, give out, or anything for the hockey?
No, other than this is going to – I know last round was a little tough. It was when you have low-scoring series, it's tough to make a lot of money on it. We're going to have a complete opposite effect here, I believe, with the Avalanche. And if you haven't got in, at least get in for the last round. Come see what the playoffs are about and carry this over into next season. The season starts again in a few months. You know how well we did in the regular season. Come get in for the last week, put some money away, and save it for the season for next year. So
the nice thing about hockey, I was going to say, is it's not like NBA where they fucking don't play for like 5 days. So we got a game Wednesday, we got a game Saturday, we got a game Monday, we got a game Wednesday, we got a game Friday, we got a game Sunday. You know, even just coming in on a 7-day pass, you're probably going to get 4 NHL games over that 7-day period. So, I mean, that's worth the price of admission right there alone. So, all right, Ghosty Buns, is that a VIP 20 code all set and locked for the people?
All set to go.
All right, Ghosty. You go be good. We'll be harassing you in the chat tonight.
Bye.
All right, later. So, Bill Rupp, what do you think of my properinos there? You don't care. You didn't even listen.
Avs are going to kill him.
Avs are going to kill him. We're going to have a chat at war before it even starts. It begins.
That was my pick. That was my pick to start the playoffs. Riding with them. Why not?
Avs are going to kill him. Bill Rupp just, wow. Just comes right out. No concern, huh?
No concern at all.
No concern at all. You should be able. Do you think the Avs are going to outscore them, or what do you think? Like an average game in this series is going to be?
Yeah. I mean, I think they win.
No, you think they're going to put it on them, like throw up 4 or 5 on them a game, or do you think they're going to win these 3-2?
I think 3, maybe 4 sometimes. Listen, they've won over 80% of their games at home. So their home game should be a walk in the park.
Bill Rupp, you're going to be disappointed after
walk
tonight.
In the park.
Fireworks tonight, over 1.5 goals.
Walk in the park. Who's got home field advantage? Home ice advantage.
Speaking of walking in the park.
Who?
Not Colorado after they lose tonight because of the rust. The Lightning will. Speaking of walking the park, let's talk about walking on some grass here in the baseball on the field of play as we go forward. We got some fucking games shooting out right now.
If they were signed up for 4dbets.com, they would have won a couple bets already.
All right, there we go. We just did another one here.
So
White Sox 9-0.
I hit one live, just sitting here, hanging out, just one, easy.
Bang.
White Sox. White team. They have 7 runs in the 4th, and their team total's 8.5.
Come on.
What was that? A joke?
How do you give Bill Rupp that?
I mean,
how do you give?
You're handing me free money right there.
Free money. Just killing live bets left and right. I think I swept the live bets yesterday, didn't I? I'm trying to see. Live bets, Cardinals team total. We bet that because Ghost bet it the day before. Baltimore had 3-1.
Oh, no, that same day.
Yeah, 3-1 on the live bets yesterday. So for baseball, Bill, I got a couple games I like. Curious your take on it. One coming up at 3:45 here. I mean, how do you not score there, you bum? One coming up at 3:45 here. Cincinnati versus the Diamondbacks here. Reds have been hot. On the road. They're kind of putting it together. Castillo on the mound started the season pretty shitty and has really kind of turned it around, as he tends to do often. He's pretty erratic, and he kind of the Giancarlo Stanton of pitchers. You know, he gets really hot for a while and then really cold for a while. Seems like he's in one of his hot streaks. And Zach Gallen has fallen off the face of the motherfucking earth, dude. This dude was literally like Cy Young front runner. And I mean, his last 4 games, last outing against Philly, only made it an inning in 2/3 before he got ran out of the game. 2 runs in 6 innings before that. We had 2 runs on 5 before that, 6 runs in 5 innings before that. Gallen looks to be falling off. The Reds seem to be hot. I kind of like the Reds here, Bill, at plus money.
I can't bet the Reds.
You don't like them. You hate betting the
Reds. I can't bet the Reds, and except for like live bets, I won't do anything. And I'm not going to go against Arizona at all. I liked Arizona. I like the team. I like their pitching staff. I pinpointed they had a great pitching staff to begin the year. Not going against them. Have fun with that.
All right. I think another interesting play here is Cincinnati to score a run in the first inning, plus 290. I'm probably going to take a little stab at that. Cincinnati's one of the highest scoring first inning teams, especially over the last month. Gallen's been struggling. I think he's going to have a little tough sledding there. So I might take a little stabberino at that Cincy to score in the first inning. No, it's Cincinnati only. Cincinnati team total. Yeah. Run in the first inning, plus 290. What else you like in the slate here, Bill?
Oh man, he just struck out. What a bum, Robert. What a bum.
Sorry to interrupt your bet.
Now it's 10.5 minus 155. I like that a lot. Anyone wants to bet a live bet in? White Sox team total over 10.5 minus 155.
And they're the road team, so they won't lose the 9th inning at bat.
Yeah, 2 on, 2 out. Still got 4 innings left. They got 13 hits.
Could get a position player too at 10-0, 9-0.
Yeah, 10.5 minus 160 now. So if you guys want to jump on it right now. Got to get it while it's hot. Hurry up.
What else do we like, Bill, that's not going on right
now? I like Toronto again today. Team total. Why not? Right? You don't like it?
I mean, I don't dislike it. I don't like Barrios, as you know, even though he's been great his last 2 starts, but it was against Minnesota and Detroit.
In total.
No, I know. Because what I was going to say here was I do like there to be runs in this game. I just have a difficult time taking Toronto's team total ever until I see like an inning or so out of them, because they either score 7 or nothing. You know, there's no in the middle. So it's like flip a coin, which Toronto is going to fucking show up. And it doesn't matter the matchup. They usually do the worst against the worst pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna probably parlay it and bring it down a little bit because I'm not gonna take 5.5 minus 120. 6 is too many runs. I'm not gonna take the team total at 6.
Well, that's why I was saying the reason I brought them up is because I think I actually like the over on the game better. So then I can lean on maybe Berrios blowing up to get 4, 5, 6 of those runs on the other side with Baltimore rather than Toronto's team total personally.
Yeah, so 4.5 yesterday we hit. I mean, 4.5 right now is minus 190. If you guys want to lay the juice, I'm going to leave that alone. I'll probably do something with a parlay with the team total, but I like Toronto. I think, but I'm not going to. They're what are they minus 300 today? That's insane.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, I see it. They stole the 5th. They got the 5th for us yesterday. But,
what about the Yankees today?
I like them. I mean, to finish off with Toronto, minus 300 is egregious. I mean, really no one should be minus 300 in today's baseball, let alone a team that scores 1 run every 5th day.
Yeah, and then they were losing the game yesterday.
Yeah.
And
they ended up losing. They lost it. They lost 6-5.
Yeah.
I mean,
they were losing early. That's what I was saying. They were losing the game early. So.
Yeah, they just lost 1 to the Tigers the series before that. They just lost yesterday to the Orioles. They lost their last game to the Royals. I mean, this isn't a team who should be laying 300 to anyone at all.
Rackets called the home run for the Orioles too.
Yeah, Mountcastle. That's right. Our dingers actually went well. I didn't get to Machado, but I think we got 4 or 5 home runs in that game, so we should have.
Yeah, mine didn't pan out.
Yeah, the dinger didn't hit, but we got our money back on him. But so I like the over in that game for sure. I think one of those teams is going to put up enough runs to get us over 8.5, 9, whatever that number is. I like the Yankees. I mean, the Yankees just keep fucking winning. I'm never going to bet against Nestor Cortez, and I'm never going to not take minus 130 with Nestor Cortez.
He just gets no run support, especially tonight going against a great pitcher.
McClanahan's been phenomenal.
You're going to get no run support again.
McClanahan's been phenomenal. I get that. But how often are you going to get Nestor Cortez at minus 130?
June 24th, when they play Houston, you can go and get a free Nasty Nestor shirt giveaway. The Yankees.
I'm gonna have to go for that.
I'm surprised you don't have that shirt already.
I mean, I went to order it the other day and I forgot, and I don't know what the fuck happened. I never went back and realized.
How do you not have that shirt? How has that not already been in your, at your house?
Should be. I mean, listen, I'm the first guy on the Nestor Cortez bandwagon.
I mean, it's been 2 months. You don't even have the shirt. I'm about to buy it and then say he was mine.
I mean, listen, it would make sense. That's what you normally do, fucking take something I did, claim it as your own, and then fucking run it into the ground.
Listen, if you're not going to jump on
Donald Trump everyone.
Well, you the guy, you don't even fucking want to buy a shirt. What kind of fan are you?
I haven't been on Nestor Cortez for 2 months. I've been on Nestor Cortez for 2 years. I was all over him last year.
That's even worse then.
I know.
Everybody I'm a fan of, I'll pull out 10 Yankee shirts. Mattingly, fucking Jeter, everybody. You ain't got shit for this guy.
Unacceptable. I'm not arguing. It's not okay.
Fucking bullshit.
Not okay. You're right, Bill. You're right, Bill. But I'm going back to the Yankees today. I personally, I like McClanahan a lot. He's probably statistically, especially if you look at secondary metrics, one of the absolute, maybe the best pitcher in baseball this year. He's that good. I'm not fully buying into it. I don't know why. It's been 12 starts. I get it. Last year he was not this good, right? And he's gotten a lot better and he looks good, but he was just a good pitcher last year. I'm a little bit thinking that this is just a really hot start for McClanahan. Maybe I'm just wrong on this, but I just don't see him being this elite. I think he's like a 3 ERA type pitcher who's pitching at a 1.7, 1.8. I don't know. I think the Yankees get to him a little bit today. I think the Yankees get to him a little bit today, and they win this game 4-1, 4-2, something like that. So that's where I'd be looking at there. I do like a parlay here that I'm going to throw out. It's pretty simple, pretty cookie cutter. Nothing sexy about this. Red Sox against the A's. A's are just fucking terrible. One of the things about the Red Sox is they actually have the lowest starter ERA in June of any team in baseball right now, which you wouldn't expect for a team that we kept saying couldn't fucking pitch.
Their bullpen is horrendous.
Right, but I mean, listen, their starters have been getting it done, and against Oakland, you really only need one thing to go right because Oakland sucks. So I'm going to do a little easy parlay here. Boston Red Sox, San Francisco Giants versus the Royals. And we're going to add to that the Atlanta Braves, who I don't think have lost since fucking like 1979. So I'm just going to throw those three in plus 250. Let me get that. And we'll keep it moving after that one there, Bill Rupp. So that's pretty much all my baseball bets for today.
Nice.
Anything else that you like today?
Well, no, not yet. A lot of lineups I have to see, a lot of later games. The total's too high for Toronto to bet by itself. I do like Boston. I will be doing something with their team total like I did yesterday. And maybe the Mets at plus money. I don't know yet. Got to see what lineup they're putting out there tonight.
I don't hate the Mets today. I mean, honestly, Corbin Burns has not looked good in his last two starts.
No.
He's looked like he's been getting a little rocky over there.
Yeah, team's been shitty too. So
yeah, so I don't hate that with the Mets. Depending on the lineup, making sure everyone's in. I may even be stabbing at the Mets here. Maybe even go for like a Lindor home run prop there, Bill Rupp. Something weird. I think Burns, if he gets hit, he's going to give up some long balls. Final game we should mention is in Coors Field. Totals up to 12 on that Gomber, what's his name? Pilkington or whatever the fuck his name is. 84-degree heat out there. It's starting to warm up in Coors. Interesting.
Yeah, but there's no, like you said, there's no home runs anymore.
There hasn't been. It's not as much home runs. It's big.
They're not even. I asked you yesterday. Well, what are the top parks for home runs since 2020? And they're not even in the top 6.
Yeah. No, it's listen.
I asked anybody what ballpark is the top, top ballpark for home runs since 2020. You definitely would think Coors Field would be up there, right?
Yeah.
They're not in the top 6, so top 7. So
listen. If you know anyone who's played DFS, the first thing we'll tell you is that it's not necessarily the home runs in Coors Field. It's the size of that outfield. It's fucking gigantic. That field is enormous. So that's how you compile a lot of the runs. Everyone just thinks it's home run after home run. But I may have some interest in here. I may do a little like both teams to score 1 run in the first 3 innings type thing in Coors Field. I just don't think either of these pitchers are really anything to write home about. I just got to dip into the pitch metrics a little bit more and see how reliant they are on curveballs, because I don't know off the top of my head with either of these guys. But may have some interest there. Finally, to wrap it up here, Bill, wrap up the show. We do have NBA tomorrow, right? Is the NBA finally back tomorrow after their All-Star break that they just took between game 5 and 6?
What do you think about this Padres Cubs game tonight?
I haven't really dug into that. Let me pull it up.
I think I like their. I might do something later with their team totals. So guys, if you look at that, you want to parlay the team totals.
Yes, all in. I did have that. I'm looking at it right here.
Yeah.
Nice. 92 degrees, 21 mile per hour wind blowing out in Wrigley. We will be slamming that one. I did have that circled. I'm glad you brought that up, because I am going to spend probably 30 minutes diving into that opportunity. We're going to have a bunch of bets on that game. Cubs Padres. We nailed it yesterday. We hit the run in the first yesterday, and we hit the over in 2 bets. So we'll be going right back to that fucking well today with Weathers and Killian on the mound. So nice point. Yeah. Sign up, 4dbets.com. Get in there. We're going to be skull fucking that game. Real quick, Bill, before we get out of here, I know we said we're not fucking with the NBA too much because it's just a fucking scripted fake product. Do you have any interest here in anything for this Celtics game? I am going to take the Celtics minus 160. It's the one bet that I feel is safe, because I do feel like the fucking cabal, the Warriors, and the NBA all want this thing to go 7. So I won't be surprised if they take this to 7. Boston gets a nice, easy win. And then we're watching in Golden State game 7. When would that be? July 15th, would they play that game?
Yeah, sometime after the 4th of July, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, listen, you're looking at Sunday night, 8 p.m. game 7, if necessary, in Golden State. There's no way the NBA is not getting to that Sunday night Steph Curry finale.
I think that's Father's Day too, right?
Nah, man. I mean, it's all just fucking house the Celtics. I mean, they're not going to let fucking Golden State win this game.
Me personally, I'll be betting on the Warriors. Not because I think they're going to win, just because it's a hedge on my championship bet of the Celtics. So at plus 140, it's a great hedge on my 3,500 plus 3,500 and plus 20 something. I have 2,000 something. So I'll be betting on the Warriors. But I hope it goes, 7. Let's see. I have a chance to win, and then I'll hedge again. I haven't done any hedging so far. So this will be my first game that I'm actually going to hedge. And, pretty good at plus 140.
Yeah. My fear with props tomorrow is that my conspiracy brain is saying that Boston's definitely going to win this game. The last thing you'd want is Golden State to win on the road. They lose their ticket sales. NBA loses the viewership. Sunday night, Father's Day. Like, I don't see any way. So it's going to make it very difficult for me to bet props.
Does Steph have another bad game?
That's the thing. I don't want to bet the props because I feel like it's going to be fixed. So maybe Steph fixes it. Maybe Draymond doesn't get off the bus like he did one of the games. I mean, I think Tatum going off is probably fairly safe. Tatum threes, probably something that's safe. But, I mean,
do you think anything had to do with the way that the Celtics are playing Steph at all? I mean, they're triple teaming him.
But I mean, it's been consistent throughout the series. They've been doing that. They've been jumping him all series. And listen, the bottom line is last game. They didn't want the game to go over. 92% of the money was on the under.
He was getting jumped a lot. They were all over his ass.
Yeah, but I mean, Steph gets jumped all the time. That was his shooting performance last game was just ridiculous. So the bottom line is, me and you have watched it because we bet Steph all playoffs. When FanDuel gave us our little notification of who's your NBA MVP, mine was Steph Curry. I bet him more than any other player all year, and you bet him every game. We can see him not try in first quarters sometimes. So you can see it. You can see when he's trying and you can see when he's not. I'm not in the business right now, now that we're on a little bankroll challenge and I'm trying to be more locked in, of going and guessing who's going to be rigging this game. I just know it's going to be rigged. I know Boston's going to win, and I know we're going to see you on Sunday. So any other words here, Bill Rupp, before we get out of here?
No, just sign up to see what we're going to do on this game, Who knows? We'll see. I've just got to think about it more tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get into it a little bit more. Try to find out what side the fix is on.
Yeah. Focus on the hockey today. Evan, final words.
Join up for the hockey.
Yep. Evan, final words.
Fauci tested positive for COVID just now.
I mean, every Democrat just tests positive for COVID all the time. It's amazing. And I will tell you guys, get over to 4deepbets.com. 1 month package, 20% off. It's our first discount, maybe in the last 2 months of the 1 month package. You get in the 30-day package, VIP 20, get you 20% off, and you will be entered into the $1,000 challenge, where if I do not double the bankroll, I'll be giving away cash from $250 to $1,000 to multiple winners. So get over there, sign up, 4deepbets.com, 30-day VIP pass. You're going to get all the hockey, baseball, football, basketball, golf, UFC, you name it, you'll have it. 4deepbets.com, VIP 20% off the monthly package. And come fuck. That's it. That's all I got. For Bill Rupp, for Evan Hand, Bryce Wallace. What? Did you squeak?
They just freed John Hinckley Jr.
What does that even mean?
Court, 41. It was the guy who shot Reagan.
Oh, they freed him? Oh, that's good.
Well, he's not free.
41 years he's been in jail.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him. It's good to see him out. Where was I? For Bill Rupp, for Evan Hand, Bryce Wallace, Nightghost. I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay cashin', motherfuckers.
Let's go!